Hey everybody, and first I want to thank you for coming back to my channel and watching this video. So today I'm doing a tea talk, and so for those of you who haven't really had a chance to watch my previous video, I had basically stated that I want to start doing these so I can pretty much talk about absolutely anything or something that I just personally think is you know, kind of important in life and that I would love to give you advice on. So today's topic is about self-confidence. Now, of course, don't get your panties in a knot, because we all have these points in our life where sometimes we think a little bit down on ourselves, sometimes more than others, and that's completely okay. There's nothing wrong with ever feeling a little bit down or even down all the time, and here I want to try and help you fix that. So my goal is to give you the best advice as possible, and if you think that I missed something, please let me know down in the comments, or if you'd like me to do anything else or talk about anything, then let me know that too. So I'm gonna hop right into the topic now. We're gonna get started. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is basically always creating change in your life. Now, I know that would sound like a lot of common sense, but realistically, not all of us actually think about how important it actually is to have a lot of confidence and how to always be changing ourselves to be better. So me, sometimes I have had so many points in my life where I have just felt not so confident, for the reason being that I'm gonna be straight up honest. Sometimes people can find a way to point out your differences. So, you know, my hair, of course, is a different texture and different hair type than, for example, white women's or even somebody who's Asian or anybody. So, again, people would kind of always point that out and say, oh, well, yeah, your hair texture is different. Or even hairdressers may say, oh, you know, well, I don't really know. Honestly, one time I ran into somebody who didn't really know how to cut my hair properly. No, you have to stop right there and learn how to embrace yourself and take the beauty of who you are and who you grew up to be. Nobody can change that. And it doesn't even matter, because you are who you are, and you just have to accept that and learn how to be happy about it. So the first thing that I have always done is honestly take out all the negativity. So anytime somebody tells me something about myself, I try and say, I guess that makes me unique. You know, sometimes people would also, it doesn't even have to mean that they point out in a negative light and say, oh, you know, your lips are too big. You know, sometimes people can make you feel self-conscious for even just pointing out something positive that you may see as self-conscious. So for example, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm pretty voluptuous in different areas of my body, and sometimes people find a way to say, oh wow, Brianna, like, you know, your butt's big or whatever. And my point is, like, you know, as much as people may in your mind you think you're telling a compliment to somebody, I sometimes may take that as, well, thanks. Makes me feel a little uncomfortable, because then I may not actually, I don't know, feel and take that as a positive light. So, you know, it's just important to continuously just flip anything that anybody says and honestly take it positive. So you have to always continue to have a strong mind and continuously realize that everybody is just gonna be full of opinions and maybe have something to say, and you just have to let it go. And the other huge problem is our mind. You have no idea how strong our mind can be to make us all feel negative sometimes. You wake up in the morning and you look at yourself and you're just like, you know, I have quite a few pimples on my face and now I'm gonna have to go out in public. Stop always thinking sometimes so negative of yourself, and just literally, like, find the best quality in yourself, and just remember that you have so many great qualities. Like for me, sometimes I realize, honestly, I take a lot of pride in my skin. So I continuously try to enhance my skin, and you know, some of it is also genetics, but a lot of it is also just self-maintenance and making sure that I do my proper skincare routine before I go to bed and when I wake up, and then I can wake up with nice skin. The next thing is that I always want to continue exercising my mind, and because of that, and that means that I want to go to the gym. I actually have been lacking that quite a bit, because sometimes I get sidetracked in this, of course, and you know, going to school and this and that. So that is always something that allows me to continue being on the go, pushing myself, pushing my mind, and pushing myself past my limits in order to be able to really kind of look at my body at the end of the day and feel confident. And regardless, you should still try your hardest to feel confident, because it really doesn't matter what size or body shape that you have, because again, we're all built in a specific way. Because I look at myself and realize I could go to the gym and I could probably make myself very fit, but you know what, I also look at myself and say I am happy with myself, and I'm just going to continue being happy, but then I want to build off of that and continue to grow my body in the way that I would like to grow my body. So the other thing is, I feel like it's very important to set goals for yourself. That has been something that kind of boosts my self-confidence, because personally, when you sometimes wake up during the day and then you just don't know what to do with yourself, you kind of lose yourself a little bit too. Like, I've had so many days where sometimes I don't feel like I even know myself. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what to do with my life, and I'm like, well, like, why don't I just lay in bed today? And I have to, and I say, okay, Brianna, no, you're not laying in bed today. You're not doing this. You're gonna sit at your desk. You're gonna get a piece of paper, and you're gonna write down what you want to do today, or take a mental note and say, okay, I want to wake up. I know I want to make a video for my lovely friends here that are watching me. I know that I want to go out and maybe go to a party or do whatever and enjoy my day. So that is what you have to continue to do. Just set goals for yourself and try to achieve things that you want to do. For example, I continuously dye my hair black. I've never ever dyed my hair. And one day I woke up and I said, I'm gonna make a change to my hair. And I made that change, and I dyed my hair blue. So, you know, I said, you know, you just have to continue to change yourself in a positive light. Sometimes you can just even reanalyze things that you're doing in your life and figure out, well, is it really worth it? Should I maybe try something different? And again, this goes for both men and women, because, you know, obviously we always, all as human beings, have to set goals, you know, have to improve our personal health, and, you know, to continue to exercise our mind and stay happy and positive. And then also at the same time, just continue to be kind and be a great person overall, which allows you to continue thinking and understand how to grow yourself. Another thing that I do is finding interests and things that I like. Sometimes, again, it's that all comes with knowing yourself and who you are. And honestly, I still don't, I mean, I feel like you'll know yourself, but you'll always continue to grow as a human being, because you'll always continue to find new things that you like in order to change and continue becoming a new person. So I feel like knowing yourself is one thing that I have actually struggled with for a while, and I just recently have come to terms with kind of understanding really who I was, because the thing is, for a while, I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I went to school. And again, people continue to change their education too, because they think that they knew what they wanted to do. But again, they said, well, no, this is not what I want to do. So then I ended up getting hired at Sephora. And because of that, I had found a huge interest in makeup that I never even knew that I had. And then from there, I started learning and figuring out what qualities I had. And I realized that I kind of always liked drawing and snap, but I didn't know specifically what skills that I actually could do with makeup. And then afterwards I realized, well, this is how I'm going to show my art. Since I kind of like to draw, but I can't really honestly draw, I can't. So I figured out that I can do it with makeup. So I started learning and researching and understanding and getting tips and stuff from other people that I worked with. And from there, I started taking those and learning how to grow in my artistry skills. So that's what I learned, and that's how I kind of also started to find me. So I found that one quality and that one thing that I realized, talent that I had, and one thing that I actually really liked that was open to me, and I took it and I started learning it. So that was one thing that I found for myself. And then I also kind of always liked fashion. So then I just picked that and I said, great, that's what I also like to do. I love kind of putting outfits together and this and that. So that's something that really started to make me happy, because then I started learning what I want to do. And from there, I started opening up. And now I realized, well, why not show other people my skills as well? So then I realized that I wanted to start becoming a YouTube content creator. So now I am here with you guys and I am creating this video for you. So it's kind of just like when you find a foundation of one thing, you start to end up opening more doors for yourself, and then you learn other things about yourself, and you just it kind of all honestly flows. It's like a chain reaction. You find one thing and then you start to find a bunch of things, and then you start to learn how to find yourself as a whole. Now, the other thing is, yes, so I feel like it's very important that you find your specific niche and what you want to do. So the last thing that I would say, so again, I'm going to restate these points because sometimes I find I have a bad habit of kind of talking too much and then I kind of lose my train of thought. So first thing, always change. And honestly, don't be afraid of that. Some people become very afraid of kind of pushing themselves and finding new things about themselves because again, you're in your comfort zone. So you're not going to consistently think about, oh, what else can I do? You know, my comfort zone is dyeing my hair black because it's black and it's just like a regular color, whatever. I went out of my comfort zone, I dyed my hair. So continue to make change in a positive light. The second thing is to continuously make goals and try new things, in that way, because you set goals, you will eventually find yourself. And now the last point that I really want to tell you guys, which is actually a huge thing, believe it or not, is surround yourself with people who are honestly better than you. Now, again, that sounds probably very silly to some people and you may disagree. But I have learned that when I surround myself with people who either have a lot higher goals than me and you know, have a more open mind than me, or especially different quality traits. You know, I usually try to be a very positive and outgoing and open-minded person, but sometimes, depending on what it really could be, I tend to be a little bit closed-minded, and I just think, no, well, that's the way I think. And sometimes it's a very bad way to be well, personally, I feel that way. I feel like it's a bad way for me to be, to continuously not think about other people's opinions and think about other people. So, you know, I tend to surround myself in people who are consistently going to make me change and make me push my goals and continue to make me be a better person and really understand me, you know, and push the good parts of me and also help me fix the negatives. So, you know, because if you have people who are going to consistently bring new ideas and bring a different you, then that's who you want to surround yourself with. You want to surround yourself with people who are going to bring you positive and pull out your flaws as well. So especially your parents being a big thing. I love my parents to death, and I know that they probably watch my videos. So again, this is obviously, you know, they've done so much for me. But the other thing that I have to say is I chose this route. I really want to do YouTube and, you know, really push myself to do all my goals and do everything that I want to do. And sometimes your parents can bring down your self-confidence because you may think, like personally, I'm like, yeah, I really love YouTube. I really want to do this. I want to be a content creator. I really want to continue enhancing my makeup skills. I want to do cosmetology. Great. These are all my goals. This is what I want to do. And then they, of course, you know, your parents always want the best for you, so they want to think safe and they want to, you know, kind of put you in that category to really make sure that you are going to be the best version of yourself and that you are going to do things that are going to really make a living for you. But again, it doesn't mean that that's always what's best for you. So again, that's how a lot of people come to themselves and be like, I don't know who I am. Because sometimes your parent may say, I want you to be a lawyer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay for your law school. You're going to go there. You're going to study. Then you're going to become a lawyer. And then that's maybe what the child ends up doing. And you end up becoming a lawyer. You end up becoming who your parent wants you to be. Now, what you have to remember is that this is your life. This is your freaking life. You only have one. And you need to remember that. And again, that doesn't mean that you forget anything that your parent has told you or say, yeah, well, no, I could really give a damn. It doesn't mean that you just don't listen to them. Again, it just means that you follow a lot of your own paths along with theirs. You respect what they have to say, and I do, and I listen to him. And again, I'm still looking for a career and doing everything else, but I still want to focus on this because this is what I know I want to do for the rest of my life because I love producing videos. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes your parents can also be a little issue with your self-confidence and your self-esteem. So you really have to take in mind that this is your life, pull it by the reins, and do what you feel is best. And if you think that that's best for you, then that's what you have to do. Again, this is all personal opinion. This is how I feel. This is how I get through my day-to-day life having my self-confidence. Anyways, Again, thank you guys so much for watching me. I really appreciate all your support, and I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, like it. And if you don't like it, then don't like it. And yeah, so definitely subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video once again. So, bye guys!